All right, today is Thursday, January 16th, 2025. This is the Leadership Committee meeting for Committee Board 11 here in the Bronx. My name is Rich Reynoso. I'm the Vice Chair. Moving to my left,
Ryan Barthel, Chair of Community Development and Budget Priorities.
Cynthia Rodriguez, Community Board Chair.
Wendy Hewlett, Chair of Land Use and Sanitation.
Harry Santiello, community member.
Mr. Fields, Chair of Transportation. You're the Sergeant Arms.
Sergeant at arms, man.
okay. That's introductions, review of minutes. Do we have minutes?
Sandy's coming.
Sandy's walking in right now. So Veronica,
Looking for a spot.
last,
Hey, Sandy. All right, guys, order, please. Order. All right. So what'd you say, Jeremy?
sorry, Veronica, she
Is on
asked Harry,
vacation.
Hey, that's
okay,
fine,
okay.
Sandy, and I'm not asking. Jeremy?
I'm telling
you're
you.
asking about minutes, right? Correct?
Yes.
Yes, so Veronica asked Harry to help her, assist her with those. She's behind.
Okay, so we're moving on. Attendance. Jeremy can give out attendance. Please look, make sure it's correct.
Yeah, I forgot to publish it online, so I can
Okay.
work on republishing it.
So can we publish it tonight?
I don't know because the city system is down citywide. I can try though.
Or yeah, or tomorrow morning, it'll be great.
Go for it.
Yeah, at the very least, I should be able to email to Brooklyn and ask them to do it.
Okay, I'm gonna ask some questions, okay? Real quick. Secretary is out. Excused. What is this? Ramon, excused, and then absent. So we should talk to Hazel on the side. Okay?
Yeah, Hazel's excused for tonight.
Oh, she's excused? Okay.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
I haven't done to that tonight yet. Sorry.
Okay. Who's Parks and Rec?
Janice.
Janice.
So we need to talk to Janice.
Yep.
All right. Us.
And the secretary too, right?
Yes, Hazel.
All right.
Okay. I think that's it for now. And we don't have an education person.
No.
Okay. Who else don't we have?
Public safety. That's why it says NA.
Yeah, okay. Yes. Okay, just for the record. Okay. All right.
Rich, if I may.
Yep. okay.
With regards to Janice, I have had conversations with her. I do know that some of her absences were during election season when she was working the polls. So that's just an FYI.
Yeah. Okay. Got it. Okay, thank you. Moving on, Jeremy, we're gonna do the draft agenda. For the January.
Okay, this is not what I need. Okay, can we zoom in?
Yes, please.
Okay, so I gotta change the passcode. First thing, keep in mind, we're in a new calendar year, 2025. I have to verify the link and everything that might change based on the new password. Thursday, the 23rd, at 7 p.m. at Einstein College of Medicine. Tell me if or when you want me to continue, Rich.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Gallery session, this is all old. I have to check, see who registered so far. Don't know if anybody registered yet. Proposed bylaw amendments that will be moved to the bylaws agenda, but we didn't have a quorum, so we're not going to vote on that anyway, as far as I recall.
Correct. Yeah, go ahead.
I
Sandy,
want you to know, can I still bring up and say what I want to say at this meeting about the bylaws?
Right, this one right here?
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
okay.
you can talk about it.
I think it still should be in the agenda, but we could always put it back.
Yeah, no, I'm putting it under your report, Sandy. I know you talked extensively about the 36-hour idea and stuff like that.
Fine.
Yeah, so before I go down to the committee reports, do we want to keep this month? Do we want to scrap it? And go back to the old way?
We have to go back to whatever original was.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to
Yep.
say. We're gonna go back and I think we want to put it in the bylaws also.
Yeah.
To be-
I think we
What
should
is
take
the
a
bylaw?
vote. I think that we should
Thank you.
continue with the 36-hour
Yep.
And,
registration requirement.
but giving them the right to sign in till the time of the meeting.
So you, hold on, one at a time, thank you, wait. You're saying you want to do it a one-off again? Because it's, you have to change it up, you have to change it in bylaws.
That's what we want to do. We want to,
You don't?
I brought it up at bylaws and asked, and no one presented anything that said, our bylaws don't contradict it, right? So the argument that I presented, I know that you were listening,
But I
but
didn't, yeah, maybe I didn't hear that part.
right now we cut off registration when the meeting starts. That is as arbitrary as 36 hours before. If we're gonna say that, if we're allowed to do that, and it's not in the bylaws, we're allowed to do the 36 hours. If we don't want to do the 36 hours, that's fine. I like it. I think that it has advantages for us as a board.
Okay.
And of course, the chair can make exceptions if there's something, if someone gets hurt nearby in a park, like that someone could come and talk about that. I think that there could be exceptions, but I think that in general, that is a good.
So just as an FYI, I agree with Ryan. I do. In principle, I absolutely 100% agree with Ryan. However, I have received correspondence from the Borough President's office asking us to make sure that the gallery slips are available at least this month until it goes to a full board vote.
Correct.
and if I may, if it's in writing, then I think everyone will understand it. Yes, Ryan, we do have the 36, we'll keep the 36. However, we will have the community will have the option to register to speak up until the time of the meeting, because it's open laws. What happens if something comes up the last minute? And it's something we have done in the past. However, it wasn't written in stone. And so now we could just put it in. It's a few words, but I think it will avoid a lot of problems.
So won't the slips supersede the 36 hours?
No, it comes after. They will be added in after. Say you have
So
five.
hold on, one at a time. Let me ask a question.
Hold on a second.
Let me ask.
Go ahead.
So if we got the slips, what's the point of the 36-hour rule?
Right.
No, seriously.
What's the point? I mean, hold on, Sandy.
One guy went.
Let me just say this. The mere fact that we are still talking about 36 hours when there's so much going on in the community that needs to be addressed
Thank you, Wendy.
is and I say this with all due respect, is pissing me off.
Well, so
So my thing is this, and I heard the bylaws meeting. I listened to it.
I did too.
Okay, and now I'm gonna try to be nice. So it appears, because I keep hearing 15, I know what I said, and I will say it again. If 15 people want to come up and speak about the same topic, to me, they can all get together and write one report. And then when they want to present, they stand up together at the podium and everyone is represented and there's one voice. I don't need to hear 15 people speak about the same topic. I don't. And in other board meetings, I'm looking at you because you're here. Okay? All right.
Hold on.
In other boards, besides community boards, and the other thing I'm hating to hear is, well, community board 8 does this, community board 7 does. I don't care. Everyone does their thing differently. The problem with this community board is that they've been doing things going rogue for so long. And now that we're trying to get order, it seems to be that some people on the outside are manipulating. And I personally don't have time for it. So either you're gonna do one thing or you're gonna do another. Either way, I don't care, but I'm not going back and forth about 36 hours because somebody on the outside wants to spill the lie of, oh, we're blocking people from speaking, which is ridiculous.
Okay, I'm gonna end discussion because the borough president asked us to, to add the slips back. So that supersedes any rule of law of ours, so it's gonna go back to the original.
Yeah.
That is what I want to speak about. If I,
Okay, you can go ahead, but I'm gonna
Just a
motion,
second.
by the way, I'm
That's
gonna
fine.
end discussion after your comment, go ahead.
That's fine. I'm okay with dropping it, going back to the way we were. My issue, and the borough president is not here.
Exactly,
The borough president does not run the community board.
exactly.
If the borough president wants something done, she can't just dictate it to us.
And she's asking us for a favor.
She has
How many-
asked us for
Who shares the
a
favor?
favor every single month. She asked us a favor in last November. She's got angry at us about that. She asked us a favor in September and October. She keeps asking us for favors and we keep doing everything that the borough president asks. She is taking away our ability to run our meetings, to hold discussion, to do anything. Scrap the 36 hours. It doesn't matter. What I'm saying is that we need to have our autonomy. We need to be able to run the board. We are appointed here to do that. And we should do our job.
Understood. I'm gonna motion to remove the 36-hour rule and revert back to our original process. Do I get a second?
Second.
I
Second,
second.
Anyone opposed? Anyone abstain?
Are you talking about no slips?
It's too late.
Or
So,
slips?
so,
Not too late. You're gonna,
Yes.
you have to.
you're gonna go back to slips?
Yeah, yeah, we have to go back to the original.
Rich, no, relax.
My brother, it already just passed.
Yeah, but it's slips. They're gonna go back to.
Whoa,
the-
whoa,
We
whoa.
have to go back to
It's
the.
unanimous,
Yes.
just for the record.
it's unanimous.
Yeah, it's unanimous.
No, I'm good. I just wanted clarification. I wasn't thinking.
All right.
So let me share. And let me modify. Not that. Okay. All right, so taking this out.
What is your call? Can you take me over, please?
Can we say, so, hello, everybody, can you hear me?
Yep, go ahead.
All right, so it says only those registered in advance will be called upon first, or only those who registered in advance will be called upon in the order they registered. How about that?
Yes.
Yes. Sure. Yes.
Drop the
That's
word.
what it always has
Yeah.
been.
Yeah.
Well, no, because it's not always been that way.
I need those registered.
It should be, but it's not always that way.
So if 15 people
Alright.
show
Can
up.
we
and
drop
talk,
the word
we can
only
talk.
from that? That doesn't make
2 minutes apiece, yeah.
Yeah, but we're also going to say, I'm assuming, Rich,
Yep,
that the gallery session will still be 30 minutes.
yeah.
Okay, just,
What, 30 minutes
Wait,
including.
what's
the
the
minutes
No.
and then-
No, 30 minutes. It's going back to the original.
all
Wait,
the
what?
fully original.
Everything is
Wow,
going back.
wow, yeah,
We're going back, yeah.
3 hours.
I'm not gonna say that.
Okay.
For this
For
meeting?
this meeting, yeah.
Okay,
For this meeting.
okay.
Yeah, yeah, because we could go in there, you guys could turn the world upside down, it's all good. But for now, we have to have a fulsome discussion at the full board,
Yes.
okay? Go ahead, next.
All right, so we do have one registered speaker. I did put them there.
Okay.
Board chairs report, anything specific? Or we'll wait till the executive board.
Yeah,
meeting, I
that's fine.
guess.
Okay, that's fine.
So right now, I'll delete what was there. Review meeting minutes. We do have October and we do have November up. I was working late last night to make sure we get November up. December is still in progress. I'll update my report when I can. Committee reports. So this is obviously old. This is old. It depends on what else happens tonight. Bylaws, so we got the proposed amendments. Oops, community development should not be there.
We could print,
Um,
real quick, can we print those out for the full board, for the board members?
yeah, sure.
That'd be great, right, Sandy?
Well, yeah, I mean,
Well, I mean,
yes,
is it a lot?
That's the whole thing.
Because I think he wants to go through it.
Yeah, I mean, it's our bylaws. It's not, it doesn't hurt. I mean, it just kills trees, but yeah, it's fine. I mean, look, if you don't want me to print, if
No.
anybody doesn't want me to print some, I'll be
it
happy to
will
do
make
that
it
too.
easier for everyone, at least the board members.
All right, so anything else about, I know you guys discussed 36 hours, but the whole time limit for the gallery, do you want me, should I even Would we even bring that up or just say you'll talk about it again next month?
I think we want to talk about it, you said, right?
That's what I thought.
Yeah, I thought we wanted to talk about it at the full board.
Okay,
A gallery session in general, not, I don't think they need to be separated into two.
Yeah, just
separate-
put gallery session. We'll just, Bob and we,
because we don't have any, after these proposals, we don't have anything about the gallery in writing. And that's what's needed to actually vote. Right? That's it, because they need to be brought under the chair's report. I mean, these
Right.
proposed ones were already done. I'm just telling you, that's the procedure.
yeah, okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Community development, I know Ryan needs me to publish a statement of needs, I think. The budget priorities. Economic development met last night.
Yes.
How were these voted upon? Does Harry, do you recall?
Approved, though.
They all got approved to send a letter of no objection.
Okay,
So you could do that in one full sweep then, right?
well, yeah, unless someone wants to abstain on a particular license, yeah. Okay, so I'll get back to that.
Jeremy, can we go back to community development and budget priorities?
Should be at our next month's
Yes.
meeting. No, it hasn't been brought up in committee yet, so I don't really want to bring it up at the full board.
Never mind.
But I know since we're testing stuff out here, and this is not pertaining to the gallery, I did pitch an idea, Cynthia, if it's okay, or Rich,
Mhm.
since he's the chair of the committee, about limiting discussion on things that were voted on in committee. Like for the gallery, we limit board members to 4 questions or comments. Can we do the same if it was voted on the committee? That might save us a little time.
For which item? You talking
So,
about for
Economic development, these were all no objection last night.
Yeah, so you want to limit conversation on it because they already came out of committee.
Yeah, and if we trust the committee to have done their job,
How many minutes do
we
you
need
think?
more than 4 questions or comments.
How many minutes are you proposing?
What's that?
How many minutes?
I say no more than 4 questions or comments per motion.
And we've already voted on the 10 minutes for discussion anyway.
Yeah, I know that. Right?
The 10 minutes is a long time
No, it's
for
not.
one item.
No, it's-
I think also, I think that both of them in concert work well. Sometimes people start talking a lot, and it's good to limit what, I mean, if you consider a gallery session is 2 minutes per person, that's 2.5 minutes at 10 minutes. So I think that limiting it to 4 is also
Okay.
of value.
hold on, so let me do the motion right.
I have a question when you're ready.
Hold on. I'm ready. Go
Oh,
ahead.
okay. So, so Harry who was in economic development last night? Harry?
Me and
Harry and
Veronica.
Ronnie.
Oh, Veronica's there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I can't see her.
I'm not.
Did you guys vote as a block or did you do it individually?
How did you
The
provide?
the licenses?
Oh, we did them individually.
So I should probably list them individually.
Yeah. I'm sitting
Right.
next to Harry though. See?
And I'm
Right
next to
next-
Veronica.
Oh, okay. Stop hiding. All right. So I'll list them individually. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Rich.
All right, so motion to limit discussion on already approved vote from committee to 4 questions and responses. Does that make sense? Think about what you said. Anyone second?
Second.
All right, any discussion? Okay, anyone opposed? Anyone abstain? So moved. Okay.
Okay.
Should
Okay.
pass this.
I should probably, do I need to put something in the agenda to help make it? Should I write something somewhere in the agenda to that effect?
Yes, please.
Okay. So I'll probably do it next to the motions.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
All right, so bylaws we just talked about, community development we spoke about, education, culture. Cindy, do you want to talk about that? You want me to? About the no
Sure.
chair?
I can discuss it if you want. That's fine.
It's up to you. I mean, I think the board just should know that there's a vacancy.
Right.
And the particular reason for that is, if you work for an agency that can come before your committee, you're not legally allowed to be chair of the committee.
Okay.
So that's something to be aware of. So we have a vacancy there. Ethics and disciplinary.
Education.
I think will Naomi talk about the cases or no? Does she?
It was well, there 116, and what was the other one that came up?
Yes, 117, 116.
I'll just put it there as a placeholder. I mean, I know you guys voted to proceed on 116, but I don't know what that actually means or meant.
Yeah, she'll let us know, but we should probably give her space for that.
Do we
Okay.
want to
Yep.
know what the cases involve?
No, I don't think so.
Well, it's on the tape, right?
Yeah.
Sandy, Health and Social Services, did you vote on anything?
No, we couldn't because of the, we didn't have a quorum.
Okay.
But we discussed things, so I'll just tell you what we discussed. And
Okay.
it really isn't anything.
Do you want me to say anything, Sandy, in my report, or just
Yeah.
that's up to you?
Ryan and I, we just talked about and discussed some of the priorities that we thought we needed for us, especially the elderly and the youth. But Ryan gave his presentation, so you could do it, Ryan.
Okay. I'll mention it and you can add in anything I
Yeah.
forget, because I'm sure.
So Rich or Sandy, I know I sent you an email. They are forming the community advisory board for Blondell.
Yes, and I brought it up at the leadership meeting, at the meeting on Tuesday.
Okay. So I could put that under your report, under housing
Put it under Sandy's, it's fine.
or leadership, maybe. I don't know. Okay.
No, put it Sandy. She talked about it already. We're gonna talk about it next week.
So yeah, long story short, just for everybody here who is not aware, the Blondell Avenue shelter, which is the first shelter is open in our district, is on Blondell Avenue by Westchester Square. They're forming a community advisory board. They're looking for recommendations. So, you know, more than likely Jocelyn, my contact, is going to want you to funnel them through me. But, you know, I don't know, whatever. Just I guess bring it up in committee. And if you have anybody in mind,
Well, I know Cynthia mentioned Kay might be interested in that.
okay.
Doesn't live nearby.
All right. So yeah, we can speak to her on the side, I guess.
Am I allowed to speak? It's Kay Cardona.
Well,
It's
Not
hard-
yet, Kay.
Not yet.
Not yet,
Okay,
Kay.
Not yet.
let me know when the gallery is available. Thank you.
Okay, thank
Yeah.
you.
All right. So education, ethics, housing, land use.
Land use is having their meeting next week, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's gonna be combined with housing. It's
Yes.
housing, land use, and public safety.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're going for the trifecta.
So yeah, I'm gonna put it as such, just like I did community development.
They'll come out a winner, maybe.
Maybe. We hate each other.
That'll be the fire safety thing.
Right.
Okay. You want me to put a placeholder, fire safety?
Sure.
So this is in response. What's the exact, Wallace? Is it Wallace? 2910? I forget the number. I'll put the number in there.
Hey, Jimmy, why do the ABC indications look funny? That's the reason why. A, C, D.
Oh, yeah. I gotta fix that.
Okay.
It's a formatting thing. Thank you for pointing that out, though. I will fix that. Yeah, unfortunately,
Rich, with public safety,
Yeah,
did we, and I'm asking you through Jeremy, right?
yeah.
I had wanted the 4/9 to be here because I want to present, it's the first part of the year. I want data.
Yeah.
I want to know what's going on both sides of the community. Yeah, because I want them to start formally coming on a monthly basis.
Yeah, they used to, yeah.
With, not just data, but information about their programs that they're having and, you know, marketing material.
Okay.
Going back to the fire, FDNY, I'm gonna ask at the meeting that they come to environment sanitation meeting in February
Okay.
to also present statistics.
Okay.
On with data, right? As far as fire is concerned, and different programs that they may be having.
Okay. So do you want the 49 to come next week?
They should, yeah.
They will be coming.
Oh, they
They
will?
will? Very good.
Yeah, I reached out to the community affairs. I asked Jeremy if he could get the
Great.
inspector.
Very good.
Yeah, I gotta, yeah, Cindy asked me today if I could follow up.
Okay, awesome.
Thank you.
I also used.
We did reach out. She did reach out.
Maderos, he's the crime prevention officer.
Mhm.
I used to just send him an email with the date of the public safety meeting and he would show up.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you just have to send him the email, let him know when and he will.
But I think Cynthia was asking for the commander of the precinct.
No, I'm saying just for
No, yeah,
regular meetings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good to
That's
know.
good.
Yeah, great.
All right, so I gotta fix the numerical order, whatever, or the ABCs. Parks didn't meet, but they're having a meeting about, they should be having a meeting next month about the skate park. I think Community Board 7 is gonna attend that one. Sanitation, environmental protection, that did not meet, right? And then
No, we did not.
transportation met, right, Rabbi?
We met, and the only thing I have to say is, I don't know if your office sent out, I emailed to excuse me, DOT about Throop and Balk and BS 121, that I believe we voted.
Yes, so you did vote on that.
Those are
I
the-
did send an email asking how you voted.
How we voted that we think it's going the wrong way. Whichever one says north should be south, and whichever one be south should be north.
Okay, so how about this? So I don't take up too much
I don't know
time.
if they left from
I'll
there,
bring it
right?
up.
What you're saying?
Right, okay, so that was one, and then number two is brought up to me that the Honorable Mr. DeFrancis is looking to switch Kruger, Wallace, and Holland one way, so on and so forth. I spoke to Mr. DeFrancis today, and we're gonna have to do that under further discussion. But that's anywhere close to that voted on. It's a idea in the future that I believe was brought up at his group that he meets with every month. And that's about it for transportation, and I am transporting out of here now.
Rabbi, I have a question for you.
Yes, I have a question. I just have to go to do a class. Go ahead.
In March,
Mark.
can housing and land use partner with you for a meeting to discuss lighting? Where 121 is, that block, Pearsall, Arnold, the whole Arnold, AD, definitely need more lighting.
Oh, my God, yes. I was
You
so
know,
mad last time.
Allerton Avenue,
Jesus.
going up, we need more lighting, so if we can partner with you for March to have DOT come,
All right, hold on, Brian.
to have DOT come or whoever is in charge
Yeah,
of
we'll
that.
get DOT to come about a whole bunch of things very soon.
I appreciate
I
that.
will work on a list with Mr. Wernicke,
Thank
all
you.
the stuff thing, and one of these days, we're gonna get MTA to come back a little bit too, because we wanna know what's happening with the Metro North Station. And what's happening with the new bus plan.
So I invited, Nate, right? Was it Nate? Jeremy?
From city planning?
Right,
Yeah, we have a new liaison for city planning. Yes.
right. So I invited him and that was one of the topics of discussion in Metro North.
Okay, probably March, I will be there, God willing. Happy New Year, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nobody in class.
Do we, okay, I'll follow up with the calendar about him. All right. So sanitation, okay. Elected officials offices, I got everybody here, no changes, right?
I wanna propose something.
Yeah.
All right, and I want us to talk about it quickly. How do you guys feel about moving them to the front and giving them 20 minutes to talk?
Makes sense to me.
And no, seriously.
You know I'm all for it.
Yeah.
I want everyone to- Yeah.
So let's go around the table.
Or
Yeah.
That was what the rabbi.
are we talking about the gallery?
Well, yeah, when they all talk.
Second.
The public officials.
Oh, the public
Public
officials.
officials, just
Yeah.
moving them to the very beginning.
I have no problem.
All right. Cynthia?
So 20 minutes because it's 10, is it 10?
I just picked 20.
Because,
The
if it's-
majority of them don't show up anyway.
I know, but we also don't. I'm fine with it. I'm just worried about the timing. We should take into account how many there are and a lot inappropriate,
Yeah.
just in case.
How many do we have?
Oh,
Jeremy, do you
down.
see? It's one.
All the way
Why-
R. A
Why,
through
why
R.
do we list all of them?
They're there. Why? Because I think those are
Those are our.
those are our.
Yeah,
Yeah, some of them are on the outer limits and.
These are the people that have attended in the past.
exactly.
And so we always start, so some people, if I may explain,
Yeah.
for our president, because they appoint all the members. Then the council members, which are officially board members themselves, in addition to nominating members. Then we do city, then we do federal, then we do state, because we are a city agency. That's why we do city first.
Okay, I'm gonna compromise and go 25 minutes. But I'm saying 7:01, we start. And then at 7:26, it's over for them.
Yeah. Well, first we have, it'll be a little bit, you have to change the timing by a few minutes. We have to pledge and everything.
Yes, yeah.
So one thing you gotta keep in mind is, and I don't agree with it, but some people leave early during when the elected officials are speaking, some of the board members may leave early. They're gonna have to stay longer for any motions, anything to have to be done.
Oh, yeah. I hear you, but that's the problem. That's what I'm trying to stop. I'm trying to stop people from leaving, I mean, I hear you. That's a good point, Veronica. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, they're gonna leave now.
We did do, I think it was a couple of leadership committee meetings ago, the Robert's Rules of Order. We want to do this, everyone gets their couple of minutes to speak, and then you get a second round, and then we cut it off. If we want to do it the way that we claim to want to do it on the bylaws. For this specifically, one argument that I've said for having them at the end is I've tried speaking to quite a few of these folks, and I don't get very many responses. When they are here and they are at the end, granted, some of them don't come in until the end, but we get a fair number of them who come in and who sit here and who get a better idea of what's going on in the community, what people are thinking about by being at our meeting, by being at the entire meeting. If they come in and they can leave after 20 minutes, they got stuff to do too. They're going to be out of here.
Yeah.
But I'm the only.
They may not hear all the concerns too, that come up during the meeting.
No, that's why I wanted to bring it up. I mean,
The only issue that I have with that, Ryan, is the fact that being on this board since 2023 and with all the elected officials and all of the nonsense that I have seen, they have yet to say anything. Right? They have yet to provide any proper guidance. Some of the information that, I have to be honest, some of the information that comes from their offices are wrong, right? And that shows the lack of knowledge that their staff has. And then also I'm saying if the outside is calling, because that's the new thing, I'm gonna call the BP, like that's the parent, we the kids. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna call, they speak to somebody, and then somebody gives them one set of information, which 9 times out of 10 is not truly accurate. And then they come to the meeting and then they're like, and we gotta go through that. So I don't see where they help. Right? I get proper procedure and protocol and governing ourselves accordingly. But at the end of the day, I'm seeing more mess than anything.
so let's try it. Let's try it.
I disagree with all of that statement, that entire statement.
It's a free country,
So
Laura.
I think we should try it for 1 month, see how it goes. I'm gonna
Yeah,
go
but
with.
Rich, the thing is, they're not gonna hear some of the concerns that come up if they leave early.
They're hearing it now,
Yeah,
Laura. What have they done?
No, sometimes I've heard them say, well, you know what, I
Yeah,
heard
right.
your concerns, you
I'm
brought it
gonna-
up.
Motion to vote, moving the elected officials to the beginning of the meeting and capping it at 20 minutes. Anyone?
so-
Go ahead. Yep.
If you don't mind, can we have it after the gallery or do we want it before the gallery?
What? No, before.
Okay, before, okay. All right.
Yeah, after, so that the electeds can hear.
Oh, okay, that's a good point. So after the gallery, okay, yep,
Wait.
okay.
I wasn't here in the beginning. Did you guys move the gallery session to the beginning?
No, we
I'm
weren't.
confused.
Where is it, wherever it's at?
No, where he's saying before or after the gallery.
Oh, he wanted to do it right after the
Where the
pledge.
gallery, where it's at. We didn't move the gallery.
Okay,
No, we haven't moved it.
thank you. I was just confused.
No, we didn't move the gallery. All right, so after the gallery.
Okay, so you made a motion?
Yeah. So anyone want to discuss? Please say no.
Well, somebody seconded it, right?
Who seconded?
I second.
All right, Harry seconded. Anyone
Wait a
opposed?
second, Rich, I don't understand. It's after the gallery. It's not in the beginning. It's after the gallery now.
Well, then we're moving them up and they're after the gallery. So instead of being last, they're gonna be behind the gallery up top.
So they will hear what the gallery has to say that
Right.
concerns
It's
the
a good
gallery.
point.
Right, yeah, that makes sense.
Yes. All right, so we're gonna vote now. We're in the vote. Got anyone opposed?
Yes.
Okay.
Is this just a try for this meeting or is it?
I'm promising you it's a trial, yes. We can go
Trial
back,
run.
we can go back next month.
We have the ability to set the agenda. That is what we do
Yes,
here.
yeah, that's why we
Everyone.
should be more flexible than we usually are. So Ryan's opposed. Anyone else? All right, no. Anyone abstain? All right, so moved. All right, we're gonna move it to the front. Let's see how it goes. All right.
Okay.
Let's see.
Sorry, I
Show
think
you.
that's moving the.
No.
To the end, I was
No.
like, that's not.
The gallery's back to normal.
Yeah, okay.
The gallery wasn't new.
Yeah, okay.
So number 5. So it's gonna be incumbent upon me and the staff to probably notify, and if you speak to any of these electeds, you see them at an event or something, hey, Lena or whomever, be aware that we front loaded you.
Yeah.
Kenny's always showing up late. I mean, I'm sure he's doing good work. I'm not trying to say anything against him.
I was
Well,
actually.
he probably knows that we're at the end.
Well, Kenny told me at the borough board the other day that he's, at least for now, being moved to another CB.
Well, also Community Board 12 usually meets the same night we do. So sometimes it's hard to be in two places at once for some of these people.
Early.
Yeah.
Hey, Jeremy, can I see the rest of the schedule after 5 is what?
Um, Chair's report, treasurer's report, secretaries, mine,
Mhm.
and then after our business, it's
Mm.
old business, new business.
Yeah.
Well, we'll try it. I don't agree with it 100%, but let's try it.
Well, I appreciate your opinion.
Thank you.
Oh.
I appreciate you.
And then so we got reading of the conduct statement. I don't know if this is something we should talk about here, but somebody complained to me about the conduct statement wasn't read in committee, in a recent committee meeting. I don't know if this is something that we should consider doing. I've been putting it as much as possible.
Wait, what's your ask?
So we're gonna read out the conduct statement. We're gonna read it in full, right?
Hold on. So let me counter you real quick with, are we forced to read it? I thought it was up to committee. All right. So that was my question. Are we enforcing committees to read it? Is that what we're gonna talk about?
Well, I know I got a complaint that at two previous committee meetings, it wasn't read. And maybe it would be helpful if it's read.
I didn't read it at mine.
I don't read it at
Sanitation.
mine.
I don't read it at mine.
I read it at mine.
So here's I
Yeah.
think so. I think we leave that to the chairs of the committees.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I don't want to open a can of worms here because
Yeah.
it's not in our rules, right?
Yeah, we don't have to read it. I just want to put it out there. I did get complaints.
I mean, that's,
Just so
Rich,
you're
what is
aware.
the,
What is the
great
purpose?
complaint is that it's not being followed.
yeah, but the conduct statement isn't being followed. That's different from not being
So the
read.
conduct statement is not being followed in committee meeting or in full board?
Yes.
A little bit of both.
Okay.
Because in full board, it's read and the conduct is not followed. So in committee where it's smaller, I had no problems with conduct in my committee. Do you?
I don't really.
So I'm a little,
I think it
I'm
depends on committee.
confused.
Well, the bylaws say that it shall appear on all meeting agendas.
Yeah.
We do
Right.
not have to read it. And I don't think we should.
No, I don't.
I'm not reading it.
If someone is not
Yeah,
able
the
to
full
read
board
it,
makes sense. Okay, all right, we can move on.
So do you want me to keep reading of the conduct statement for the full board? Or do you want me to change it to
Full
just
board,
conduct? statement?
yes. For the full board,
Yeah,
yes, Jeremy.
Or if you want, the e-board we could do a rotation. We could each read it every month. It's fine. I mean, it shouldn't burden anyone.
Okay, all right. Anything else then,
I
everyone?
think we're good. So now we're moving to February.
I mean, I feel like I'm having-
That brands.
Richard, slow down. February, ready? Richard, slow down.
I know, right? It's almost February.
You gotta slow down, Rich.
Meetings left.
You know what I mean?
People
One
stop.
twenty-one all over again. Pity petty.
You getting March, April, May, June. Oh my God.
June is this it.
Year's over again.
Was surprised. I think we like each other more this year.
I don't know, babe.
Right, that from the record.
Everybody see this?
Yep.
I don't know why this is at 6 o'clock, but I can change that. I'll confirm with Rabbi.
Oh, the health committee meeting for this month will change it February to 6 o'clock. We're gonna try something. I checked with a lot of our members and they would want to try it earlier.
So I'm not gonna make it a permanent change, I'm gonna make it a temporary change.
Right, we'll see. Right. What are you doing?
Um, What's that?
You had it up for 2 days.
Yeah, because I got,
Well-
there's a way to manipulate the system to make it so I don't screw it up permanently. Because I have a reoccurring. But if I change 6 o'clock, the whole thing will be, well, whatever. Just trust me in what I'm doing, Sandy. All right?
All right, well,
What about bylaws?
I guess then it would have to come after. Make it by 6:45 or,
That would be great if we could do bylaws early in the month.
it makes it easier for me then.
Oh, yeah, for sure. No, yeah.
So we do have a new member. So I don't know if you have his contact
Hopefully
info
this
or
will be the
vice
last
versa.
bylaw For a while.
Think about that though. Contact info if you either others before you leave. If it's not in the spreadsheet.
I think so.
All right, so then transportation, I'll confirm with Rabbi. Wendy? 6
Yeah?
o'clock at 4 o'clock or 4th of February, 6 o'clock?
That should be fine, yeah.
Okay, education, we don't have anybody. Housing. 7 o'clock, the 6th. Ethics, oh, she had me move it, but then I gotta move it back.
Jeremy,
Originally,
I'm sorry. Can we move sanitation to the budget meeting? Ryan and I, we said we were gonna do that together.
do you want to do,
I'll do whatever time is good for Ryan.
why,
No, I can do
some of
6.
that land use here on the 18th.
Well, like I said at health, we got a bunch of different since I'm starting this late, not having come up with it till January. I got a bunch of different committees to try and get to. So if we can double up anywhere, it's helpful.
So I have budget priorities here on the 18th.
Yeah.
And
that
then,
is good.
With land use and then squeeze sanitation in there.
You're
Yeah,
the chair.
Yeah.
so you want to keep land use on the 18th?
yes. And add sanitation.
So you're gonna make like a combined meeting, what we did, which was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And went over the specifics.
Yeah, it takes some time to go over it in detail and
Oh yeah, it helps Wendy out too. That's a lot of committees you have to run.
Mhm.
Sanitation.
Wendy,
Okay,
does
so-
everyone have to stay for the whole thing, or people can leave if they're not part of that committee?
So,
As long as we maintain quorum.
Yeah.
but we're doing 6 o'clock? What time?
Yes, 6 o'clock.
that's where
Okay. It's public safety. Yeah. So for the committees that don't have chairs, I guess we'll reach out to the committee members and see if these work for them. And at this point, and I think the bylaws are absent on what we do in a vacancy here. So that's something else to think about. How do we rectify the no chair issue? Does Cynthia appoint them at this point?
I think.
Yeah,
He
that's
does, yeah.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, well, the bylaws say in November, but
Chairs
it
already.
should be amended to say whenever there's a vacancy or,
Well, it does, bylaws does state it, that she has the right to do that.
Yeah.
says
yes,
there-
in November.
thing that messed.
whatever, but yeah. So she, it's
Alright.
there too.
Okay, all right, fine.
For November.
What else?
I think that's good.
Parks, 13th, economic development. This should be 7 o'clock again, to my knowledge.
Yes,
I don't want to happen what happened last night.
No, last time, Richard.
Yeah, last night it still said 6. I mean, the
Right.
agenda said 7, but the calendar said 6. Exec board leadership, or we gonna put exec board first or leadership first?
Let's see how tonight goes.
Okay, and so we'll come back to that.
What is tonight? Is it leadership first tonight?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, they switched it. And ethics and the community development here, I gotta get rid of. Okay. And then full board, and
Yeah.
then March.
No, we're not. Oh yeah, we do. We
Already
Yes.
done? March? Oh my God.
Going into March.
Yes, we
Yeah, I
decided
think
this last month, we would do this.
People were saying that,
Some board members need to plan a little
Yeah.
further out.
Oh, I hear you. Okay,
so they
okay,
wanted more of a heads up. I mean,
okay. That's fine with me. Right. I mean, it's okay. It's cool.
So we can just keep the first week as standard, right, for now? Health, standard for now, parks, ethics. I guess I did housing and land use. This is a recurring thing. I screwed this up somehow.
I mean, leave it.
Well, housing, land use and public safety?
Yeah.
Yeah, leave the health the way it is.
Yeah, because Jeremy's, remember Wendy's doing, because it doesn't make sense for her to be all over the place. So those are gonna have to be together for a little bit.
But she's only on land use here.
No,
Oh,
so for housing, we're gonna try to do March with her as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
yeah, because it's a lot.
But, okay,
So yeah, housing 18th. Yeah. So take off housing on the beginning of the month, please.
all right, so let me take off public safety here first.
Well, I think she's gonna do public safety that day too.
Land use and public safety.
Oh, got it. Okay.
And then you want me to take housing off up above.
Yes.
It's up to Wendy.
No, it's Rich is the chair of the housing committee.
Oh, okay, I'm getting confused. Okay.
Economic development. We'll come back on the executive board, community development. Ryan, is there another committee you want to partner with?
Yeah, I'll talk to Rabbi, see about doing transportation.
Yeah, that would help you.
Just do it and ask for forgiveness.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, all right, so we'll get back to that.
Okay. All right.
Oh, Ramadan begins in March.
What day?
It begins on Saturday the 1st. I'm just letting you know.
Until when?
That's a Saturday, begins on the 1st, and that's a whole month.
Hey.
So.
Yeah, but it's not,
Rabbi, change. No, just kidding.
but it's not a holiday. I mean, I can confirm with people who used to be on the board who are Muslim, and it's not an issue to my
It's
knowledge.
not a holiday.
Good.
I mean, it's a holiday, but it's not a holiday that's going to interfere with me.
Optimum that I.
No, it's fine. I mean, if it's not landing on one of our days.
People come to work.
Okay, let's move on.
Just me.
All right, so then this is it for the calendars, right?
But,
I know Juan just got here.
welcome on.
All right, so I'll stop this calendar, right?
Yeah. All right, so next is the gallery session. Okay. We'll go in the room first. I think we're gonna do time 2 minutes.
2 minutes,
right?
30-second warning.
Who wants to go first?
Ronnie? Oh. No, all of a sudden I keep thinking I have every.
No, that was leadership.
I know.
Yeah.
She was yelling at me last night about 4 times. I got bad.
All right, we got it. Let's go. Go ahead.
All you
We were trying to keep.
are appointed, correct?
Barely.
Yeah,
All of you people are appointed.
correct.
Barely.
So when you took this job, you knew what it entailed. So now you want to change things. It just seems strange to me. Like
What?
people are new. Like you people are new. So I just find it odd that you're worrying about how much time you have to spend here and how long everything takes. I understand. I understand you all have lives, but you joined this board under the knowledge that this isn't gonna be, we're here, we're gone, I'll see you later. If people in the neighborhood want to speak at the full board meeting, they should be allowed to speak. Not that, you know, you can't speak because we have so many people, you all talking about the same thing. I live in 1810 Seminole. They're putting 1900 in. What if somebody lives by PS 83? And they have a different concern. My concerns living down the block might be different from their concerns over there. So they should be able to explain what their problem is with things. And not just, I come up, oh, I live down the block, it's terrible. Oh, I'm worried about my kids walking home from school. Different thing. They put the homeless shelter over there. They did it in the wintertime. Why? Keeps the crowd down. Wait till the summer.
Ronnie.
Yeah. These guys could be wandering around, and not to say anything disrespectful, these girls will be walking out of school, and these guys are gonna, you know, they're begging all up and down the whole area now, who's ever out in the cold. So it's gonna be what it is, but like I said, you took this job, and this is what you get. It's no,
Thank you.
you know.
Thank you, Thank you. Great.
Come on.
Okay. No. Please say that same speech to the full board, though.
We'll say that exact same speech.
But did you sign up? Make sure you do.
Sandy, let's stop.
Galley slips.
Next, Roxanne?
Yes, I like a 30-second warning.
Yeah.
So I followed up with the BP's office and they said that you did need a full board vote before you implemented this trial, 36-hour requirement for in-person gallery participation. And I agree, this board is messy because you refuse to follow the guidance from the city charter, from the open meeting law, from your own bylaws. And this is very wrong what you're doing. I think that whether you like someone or whether you like what they're saying, this is America. We have to live to each other, regardless of who we are, or how we speak, or what our opinions are. But to have this hostility that we want to hear from certain people, or to brand them as agitated, it's very disgraceful. And this is, I find it ironic that you attacked, you criticized the former chair because you said she was running this as a dictatorship, but you guys circumvented your own full board twice. So I'm trying to figure out what's going on. And even though many of you are professionals, I'm saying that being professional to do something like this, I just can't understand why this obviously not being done due to ignorance, but done intentionally with an agenda. And I'm just saying that for the record because I will further pursue. And secondly, I asked for the agenda. The district service cabinet minutes must be done. It's mandated. It's one of the few responsibilities that the district manager has that defined in the city charter, and you refuse to compel him to do so. So obviously you are the problem as well, besides the district manager not doing it.
30 seconds.
So I'm asking this board to do the right thing and compel the minutes so that people can know what are these agencies discussing, what are these agencies addressing, what are their plans for the future? Because a lot of these agencies do things, plan 2 years behind in the future before we are notified. And a lot of these things could be discussed in district cabinet meetings, and we have to be aware of what's being discussed. And the community is being harmed because we're not understanding what is being addressed with agencies, whether it's DOT, Department of Education. Thank you so much.
Question.
Go ahead.
Can you tell us what the VP's office cited to confirm that we needed a full board vote to set the agenda as the
That's
leadership,
separate.
as the leadership committee is entitled and required to do per our bylaws? Setting the agenda entails deciding who speaks and how we decide the order that people speak in and making sure that we have an orderly meeting. So
Okay.
what specifically did the VP's office cite to say that?
All right, now you go.
First of all, I'm not discussing the agenda's order. You don't have to vote on that.
That's not my question. What did the VP's office say?
We're up.
That's my question.
I'm saying,
Time
out.
in the Bible, let me answer. Please let me answer
Answer,
the
Roxanne.
question. In the last two sentences of your own bylaws, it states any changes to the bylaws must be adopted by the majority of the full board. Plain English. Secondly, when you implemented during COVID-19 by the request of this manager, the 36-hour online registration, it was done to the bylaws correctly and voted by the full board. think about it, to have committees working on the side, outside the board, outside the full board,
Right.
implementing, changes without a full board approval is undemocratic and is illegal. Now, you're telling me what is the BP said clearly, and this could be addressed further above your head, that anything that any committee does, I'm not talking about the order of the agenda, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about fundamental change that you're making. Has to be adopted by the full board, not committee can decide, oh, what we're gonna send to the budget, for budget needs without the full board voting, or what we're gonna do on this motion on land use without the full board voting. It's undemocratic, it's disrespectful, and it's illegal. Thank you so much.
I don't want us to devolve because we have some folks who want to talk. No, just in general, everyone. So I want to propose this. Let's talk about this at the full board. Let's do some homework, both sides, but I think if the BP, if you're listening, you want us to do something, come and talk to us and cite the law.
Yeah.
No? No? Go ahead.
Yeah, I have to say something quick.
Go ahead.
Because I did speak to the BP's office.
Yeah.
With regards to this issue specifically. And I told the BP's office that I had reviewed the city charter to show me where it says
Okay.
that we cannot change something like a 36-hour
Yep.
registration. There is nothing in the city charter
Yep.
that says we cannot do that.
Okay.
The preference was, well,
Be a favor.
da-da-da,
Yeah.
et cetera.
Okay.
So I stand firm on
Yeah.
that.
And so just to piggyback off of that, we have changed the gallery session back to its original slot and time and space. So I think we're gonna go back to what it was. All right, go ahead.
One final comment, there were no secret sidebar meeting.
None.
That kind of language
Yeah.
is
That
incendiary
right
and
there.
it is false and it creates an issue when it comes to the public perception of, these secret backdoors. I heard somebody mention it either in ethics or bylaws. That is not happening. Just because somebody drew a draft of a document, it wasn't a secret bylaw committee meeting. Maybe somebody took it and wrote it down and said, hey, take a look at this, review it, tell me what you think. That's part of communication among the board. I think it's ridiculous to try to imply that if we want to add a dot to a bylaw, or we want to eliminate one word to a bylaw, that all of a sudden there are these secret meetings. We have to be careful with the things we are putting out.
That's not misinformation. I'm
It is
not-
misinformation.
Hold on.
Let me say something. Let me say, Roxanne, let me say. So let me be clear. And then I have an ask on the table.
Sure.
Ronnie, let me say this.
Okay.
I am a part of several different organizations, including housing organizations that have boards, right? And I'm gonna be honest with you. I served on a community board and I didn't have chaos the way I walked into with this particular board. And I, like I said before, the problem is that for so long, and maybe it's the boards in the Bronx, the community boards in the Bronx, I'm not sure, have been able to kind of go rogue and do their own thing and not necessarily follow proper rules and regulations. So now when we fast forward 40 years later, we are trying to get things in order, right? Because normal boards like I've been on, if people want to take the mic and speak about a topic, it's not 15 people speaking about the same thing. They gather together in a group and one person presents and they stand in line to support that speaker because they all have the same message. Now, you gave the example of you live over here, you have an issue, somebody lives over here. That's two totally different issues. No one is trying to cut anybody from speaking. And I am tired of that being what's on Facebook and spread out here. We know what we signed up for, but we also know that it was chaotic and we're trying to bring it into order. You may not think it's chaotic. You're looking at it as, oh, it's my right to speak. No one is trying to take that away from you. But what I am saying is I'm tired of the false narratives behind certain comments. That's one. The ask that I have on the table, because I want to diffuse all of this. I want the borough president. Now, either we go into an executive session, and I want Miss Roxanne there, Miss Delgado, and I want Ronnie there. And I want us to have a meeting to discuss these issues, because I want it one and done. I'm not walking into 2025 with this.
Okay, with the VP's office, all right. So I can do that. Okay. Be the guest of honor. So, Roxanne, you got 30
Get out of
seconds.
the
And you got 30 seconds, I'm gonna shut down.
But that,
Go ahead.
two bylaws, they didn't have, they discussed thank you notes that they didn't send over 6 months ago. They decide on what to put, submit to city planning, while disclosing it to the community, much less what a vote in the bylaws committee,
I
and
got it.
what much a vote by the full board. This is all documented. This has nothing to do with dots or cross your teeth. This is fundamental things being done on behalf of the community, without the community,
seconds.
while the full board vote on it. That's it.
Okay. All right.
I have to respond.
I think even.
No, because let us be
Oh, yeah, okay.
It's not true.
I-
Presented, voted.
Yeah, go ahead.
document. It was a document with proposed edits for review by the bylaws committee to then present to the full board. Nothing was voted on, nothing was official. It was a proposed document with proposed edits. Period, end of story.
Thank you. All right.
Be on.
Let's move on. It's very spirited, but we have to move on. You went, they went already.
We're getting
Ron.
more interruptions.
No, she's gonna stop. Okay. Okay. Anyone online?
Robert Press.
I know, but hold on. Anyone else? I'm just kidding. Diana Finch, you wanna go first?
Ladies first.
Go ahead.
No, if you're giving me a choice, I'd rather go second.
No, but that's why you can't pick and choose. Go ahead.
Hi, please.
Go ahead.
Okay. I think it's good when community members have suggestions for ways that the board could do things better. But I think people should be mindful of the tone in which they present these suggestions.
Right.
To be hostile, to treat it as a crisis, to run to the news about it. I think it's all very destructive and it's not productive. And I just regret that it's been taking this pattern recently. And yeah, the bylaws say that any member of the community board may propose an amendment to the bylaws. A proposed amendment shall be submitted in writing to the chairperson, who shall present it at the next meeting of the community board, which seems to have been done. So that's fine. For the gallery session, it's a limited public forum of a government body, and you have the right, the board has the right to set rules and limitations as long as they're viewpoint neutral, reasonable in light of the purpose of the forum, and don't selectively deny access for speech in the subject of the public forum. So you have the right to set a time limit. You have the right to set regulations for how people sign up to speak, the same way that people do in a city council public hearing. And, you know, for people to say that free speech is being suppressed in the community.
We're gonna move on. Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Mr. Press, the floor is yours, sir.
Okay, I'm glad Ms. Finch mentioned about the bylaw amendments, how they're done, because when I asked which member proposed what amendment, I
Right.
was not given an answer. And I asked specifically, and then the former bylaw chair, Mr. David Levitt, spoke about the same thing on who suggested that, which member brought up the bylaw change that the district manager no longer report on the district service cabinet meeting. Again, there was crickets, no answer. So I'd like to know who brought that up. And I'm pretty sure, and I hope that Mr. Levitt will bring that up at the full board meeting. Okay, who brought up the bylaw amendment that the district manager should not be writing about the district service cabinet again? And there was no full bylaw committee meeting. It should be a public meeting. That process had gone through. That was not done. That was a private meeting. I don't care what the chair says. By the way, all of you, except for the treasurer, are not officially in office. The July minutes are wrong, so you are not a real board. You are a fake board because none of you were elected properly. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much,
Thank you.
Robert. Anyone else for the gallery session?
Hi, it's Kay Cardona. Sorry,
Go for it.
Thank you, Kate.
it's hard to hear me. I'm not feeling that
I
well.
can hear you loud and clear.
Thank you. Yeah, a couple of things that are like off of what this topic is. This was an earlier topic. I had a conversation with the Assemblyman Zaccaro's office today. I finally got around to making an inquiry as to 1682 Stillwell. It is actually Benedetto's district, and they are in contact with Benedetto's office. The suggestions for that location being, since it's such a small place, for veterans or senior ladies experiencing homelessness or possibly domestic violence. My next thing is the Community Advisory Board for Blondell. Yeah, I'd like to be on board with that if there's room for anyone else to be on that committee.
Reach out to the chair of that committee.
No, she should also reach out to the office because they will have
Yeah.
to notify
yeah.
the
Kay,
board.
send Jeremy your information.
All right.
Right.
Okay, keep going, Kay.
Okay, excellent. And I think that's about it. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Okay, I'm gonna go into old business. Any old business? All right, any new business? I have a new business item. So the fires that just occurred in our neighborhood over the last week. Just want to open up the discussion. We should do something. We talked about this briefly. Unless you want to talk about the board meeting,
The what?
the executive board. Do you want to talk about it now or later?
We can do it in executives.
Okay, so we're gonna punt that to executive board. But the idea is we as a community board need to do something for the fires that occurred in Allerton. So we're gonna talk about this executive board, all right? Just to spare you guys right now.
You may use this office as a drop-off point.
Yeah, that's one of the ideas is to make this one of the satellite drop off points. Yeah.
If I may,
Yeah, of course.
and I'm part of Allerton's National Merchants, and we have a drop location on Allerton that I believe, I haven't really been active in it, but Gene DeFrancis has been, and I believe he's working with the BP's office with that.
Okay.
And they have a drop off there, so, and people have been notified, and some of the people have come, and they have collected items that they need, and if they do need something that's not there, they actively go out to try and find it for them.
Okay.
So
So
that's
maybe
just something, I'm
It's
not saying
close-
that you need to do it,
Posted
with them,
flyer
but
today.
Okay.
yeah,
It's on the CB feed.
yeah,
Okay. All right. And then Roxanne's organization is doing something too.
yeah, there's a few.
There's a few. I think maybe.
The acts have been reduced because they might not have the extended stay next week, they might have to actually go to shelter.
Oh, really?
Asking now, not as much clothing, what they really need urgently
Is-
is clean package underwears, socks, non-perishable food.
Pampers.
I thought he was gonna coming off, and,
No.
now I lost my pack, and toiletries like
Uh-huh.
toothpaste, soap, so it's not, no more, and definitely no blankets.
Okay.
Just
all right.
that the things has changed,
Yeah. All right. So what we need to do.
And new, yes?
Yeah.
underwears have to be
Yeah.
new,
So I
I mean,
think.
like the socks also,
Far left, just ring it once.
twice as hygienic.
Yeah.
Underwear and socks.
So we'll make a list at the executive board, but these are good ideas because I think what we need to do is combine all our efforts in terms of at least asks, like you said, Roxanne and
You
Cynthia,
want
right?
children's underwear,
Um,
adult underwear.
Very.
Okay.
Very.
From what I heard was diapers, baby food and stuff like that.
Yeah,
That's-
well, so
that's
it's, yeah,
It's stuff that they could basically travel with, because they can't have a lot
They
of
don't-
clothes, they can't have a lot of clothes, can't have blankets,
Alright.
it's hard to travel with them.
So we'll talk about that more at the next meeting. Anyone else? Anyone else with your business?
You can ask HPD to extend their space, because they seem like it might,
Anyone else?
Rich?
Yes.
do you want to bring that up in executive?
No, because I get shut down all the time.
Okay.
All right,
Now,
next
Jeremy.
step,
I think the-
So I'm gonna mark Naomi as excused because I'm assuming she thought the meeting was at 7.
We just finished.
And then
That's the other way.
I know Juan showed up late. I don't know if he should mark him excused or wasn't.
They were here. I mean,
It's 7:05.
I know it's at 6 today.
You know,
I'll say this quickly. The reason, hold on, and I'm gonna end the meeting for this. Hold on. Order. The reason we switched this meeting from executive is that we wanted to talk about folks who were absent. And we wanted to start the removal process of members who have not showed up to any meetings or any committee meetings. We weren't prepared. We didn't have the attendance for all the other committee meetings, so we couldn't talk about it. But we need to start kicking folks off the community, but who don't show up. Yep.
Yes.
We have
Because I
careful
didn't
what
have
we
one
say,
item.
taking
Well,
people
I
off.
mean, recommend removal.
Yes, thank you. That's better.
No, no,
We don't
we-
actually have the thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have, no, we have, so I've reviewed, I was able to update health, so there, we already spoke about Janice, right?
No, but this, I don't have that on our,
No,
no, we don't have
no,
that.
we don't have that.
No, we don't have that
So,
here.
well, we have, no, I bet, but we just need to consult the committee. And if you want, I can just tell you.
I don't want to argue with you, Jeremy. I don't want to argue with Jeremy. I really don't. Not right now, because that would.
Okay, well, I mean, there's one other person, that's, if you want to be aware. It's up to you.
Oh, no, I
Go
remember.
ahead, Cynthia.
So, I sent an email to, I believe it was all the committee chairs, requesting, the minutes from all your committees, because I know that they're not up. So I'm trying to get them myself so that I can look at them and help the staff get them up on the website. So if you haven't responded and sent me your minutes, whatever you've got so far to date, please send them to me.
Okay.
I didn't see your email, but just so you know,
Yeah.
Rich, I owe you 2 months of minutes and I've been having a hard time having the time to do it. So I've reached out to the staff and the staff is gonna help me
Okay.
and put it together and then I'll review it and I'll get it to you.
Perfect.
Okay?
Okay. All right. Anything else from your business? All right. Motion to adjourn. All right, anyone opposed? So move. 7:29.